Hey guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm keeping it comfy cozy over here today on my channel, on the couch, in my sweatshirt and leggings. It's kind of a rainy, chilly summer day, which is 100% my vibes. I am not a hot weather person. I definitely like the cold weather, but I want to get on here and talk about what to expect at your last house visit because we're already getting our second placement tomorrow. We had a respite placement this weekend and then we're getting 2 little girls tomorrow. So before I get into videos on placements and how that all works, I want to finish up my what to expect at your house visits series or videos. So at our last house visit, it started off normal, the typical like check our crib and our car seat. They gave us like a flotation device to put down by this creek we have. Like I say that because our creek is like 4 inches deep in the spring, but we still have a flotation device to be safe. We got like little alarms for our doors since we have water in our backyard. So we have that all set up now. And then we sat down and we started going over like the ages we're willing to take and the behaviors. And this is what was hard for me because, well, not the ages. The ages we picked 3 and younger for now. And then like male and female, we'll do both. And then we got into the behaviors, which was hard because, okay, I'll just get right into it. At first it was like easier stuff, like when you take a child who throws tantrums, which when you're taking 3 and younger, obviously like all 3-year-olds throw tantrums type of thing. And then it was like, would we take a child with autism, which we said yes to? Would we take a child who like a newborn baby coming out of the hospital, which we said yes to? Like just all those types of things. And then it got into some like harder behaviors that like was like, would you be willing to take a child who tries to set your house on fire? Which I asked my agency worker if that's common, and she's like, no, like not at all, but just something that they had to ask. And then like, would you take a child who will like try to publicly masturbate for negative attention? And it was just like some stuff like I didn't really expect to be asked. And it was kind of hard for me because I'm a very yes person. I like to say yes. And for some of these, we definitely had to say no. And that was hard for me because in my mind, like, I didn't like see it as like looking at the piece of paper and being like, oh no, we're not okay with that. Like I saw it as like a child like asking me, like, will you give me a safe home? And me being like, no, sorry, and like slamming the door. Which don't have that mental image when you go in because it'll make it a lot harder than it has to be. And it's going to be hard because you're getting asked different behaviors you're willing to let into your home. But at the same time, what I had to like remind myself is that my no is someone else's yes. And if I took in a child who might have a certain behavior that I'm not equipped to help, I'm not helping it. Do you know what I mean? And so maybe my no for that child is why someone else decided to go into foster care because they feel called to help children with this behavior. And their no, maybe they said no to kids with autism, and they might have had a hard time saying that, but like that's something I am very equipped to help with. And so your no is someone else's yes, and someone else's no might be your yes. So that was helpful until my mind started like thinking about the percentage of families that aren't signing up to be foster parents anymore. Like people signing up to be foster parents have declined so much in this generation, and honestly, it really frustrates me. And I think a lot of the reason why the people aren't signing up to be foster parents is because we live in a very narcissistic generation where a lot of us care so much about our image. We want the perfect Instagram family. We want us to have our time. We want our kids to all look alike. We want. And it's all about us. And it's really sad because it's not all about us. We were not put on earth to have it to be all about us at all. Whether you're a Christian or not, it's not supposed to be about you. You're supposed to be helping others. And it just kills me because there is like part of my flesh is like, okay, like if we are foster parents, like a lot of our money is going to be going to other people's kids, and like we're not going to be able to buy everything that everyone else has, at least with our income right now. Like we're not going to be taking these crazy vacations or just go to IKEA and buy whatever we want, and that's fine. Like honestly, if I did have that, I wouldn't be happy because that's just not the way I was raised and that's just not the way I think. But I think that's why a lot of people aren't stepping up. Okay, future Lauren popping in. Pause. I was editing and I wanted to say that there's nothing wrong with going on vacation. There's nothing wrong at shopping at IKEA or having cute Christmas cards. But what is wrong is if that's what you find your identity and worth in. If you scroll through your Instagram and see all these perfect photos and you think, wow, I'm a really cool person. I'm really awesome. That's the problem. If you don't feel like you're good enough if you shop at Goodwill opposed to wherever is a nice store, that's a problem. If you judge other people by how nice of a house they have or whatever, if you judge yourself on how nice of a house you have, that's the problem. Do not find your identity or worth in materialistic things. What should be bigger in your life, what should be a bigger influence for you to be a better person isn't materialistic things, it's how you help others. Okay, pause and continue. I didn't mean to get off on like that little tangent, but honestly, like, it frustrates me to death to see. I don't want to, it's hard because I don't want to come across judgmental at all, and I don't think I'm coming from it in a judgmental place in my heart. I just see so many people who'd be great foster parents, and instead, like, you know, they're buying houses with 4 or 5 bedrooms when they have 1 kid, and those bedrooms are just sitting empty or being used as a music room or whatever. It's like, you guys have so much potential to help so many kids, and you have so many bedrooms to help so many kids, and like, you have so many gifts, and I just see like their potential not being fully used. And obviously, like, that's not my place to, you know, tell them to go be foster parents, but it is hard when you've gone through the process and you can see like who make really awesome foster parents and who aren't. And you know, that's not my place to call them, like, that's God's place, that's for them to figure out. But it's frustrating when you have a passion for something and you see other people not going for it, which obviously there's people with passions that I don't have, and they might look at me too and be like, wow, she would have been great at whatever, and she's not doing it. So I mean, it definitely is a two-way street, but I think no matter what, whether you're willing to take foster children into your home or not, I think you can always help foster kids or foster families or donate to there's different stores that are for like foster families where you can donate clothes, and then like we can get them for a lot cheaper, or like the government gives us like certain money we can spend at certain places, and we can use that money at that store to get these kids clothes type of things, or bring the foster family a meal when they get a placement, because cooking a meal is really hard when you just get kids. And yeah, I think that no matter what, whether you are currently feeling called to be foster parents, you can always help. You can always help foster kids. Anyways, I hope I came across okay in how I said that. I'm not coming across, I don't want to come across judgmental, and that's not like my heart in it. It's just when you have such a huge passion, like I said, like, it's hard not to get like passionate about it, obviously. But what is exciting is I've been sharing a lot about foster care over on my Instagram, which is the Nap Tribe, and I've gotten so many messages lately about families or single moms or single women about to be single moms through foster care reaching out to me and being like, you know, I'm really thinking about foster care. And that's so exciting because I do feel like people are getting tired of the perfect world or perfect social media and stuff. I see a lot of people being like not into that anymore, and they're stepping out of their comfort zone in a lot of different ways, not just foster care. So I do have to say, like, I do see more people getting curious about foster care and wanting to step up and help. But the more people who do that, the more someone else's no is going to be someone else's yes, and vice versa. And so I'm excited to see more people get into it. I'm excited to get into it and be someone else's yes. And yeah, I didn't think that was going to be like the main part of this video, but that's what you expect at your final house visit. Is they just double check everything, go over the behaviors, go over the ages, and then they'll take your paperwork back to their agency. Their like supervisor will go over it and sign off and make sure that everything's checked that's supposed to be, and then they'll send it to your capital. And your capital has 30 days to approve or not approve it, and that's that. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. It was kind of a hot mess, but I just had to share what's on my heart. So in my next video, I'll hopefully be sharing about how my placements go and what we did to prepare and everything like that. Thanks for watching.